Hi guys, so for this video we're going to discuss the switch case conditional statement. So a switch case conditional statement is almost similar to your if else conditional statement, but it is written in this form. So the syntax when using your switch case statement, it would be switch, the word switch, and then the test variable inside the parentheses, and then followed by the braces. Inside the braces are your cases. So when you write your case statement, so you will have your case space and then the value, a possible value of your test variable, followed by a colon. Then afterwards, you may write the line of codes that will be executed whenever the test variable is equal to this value or to this case. And then every case statement is always followed by a break before proceeding to the next case. So you can have as many cases as you want. You can have as different value for the case up to the nth value. Uh, and lastly, this one is optional, just like your else statement. So you can have here a default value with a default followed by a colon and then followed by the line subcodes, which means that whenever the test variable is not equal to one of those cases here, the values of the cases, then this set of lines here after the default will be performed. So a switch case actually compares the test variable to each case values. So once a case value is equal to the test variable, then that particular line of codes for that case will be performed. And then after those lines of code, you can have as many lines as you want. Then after that, it executes break, which means that it terminates all of your switch statement and ignoring all the other cases below. So the switch case ends. So let us try to create our switch case statement. So let us take this example. So in this program, we're going to accept the value, a character value. As you can see here, I've created a character which uses the variable input, and that input will be used in our switch case. So here, after accepting a value for the input, then we use a switch case, wherein the test variable is your input. Now, if the input is equal to character A, then it prints apple. If it's in character B, then it prints banana. And if it is character C, then it prints carrot. And I have created also a default for your switch case wherein it prints invalid input. That is, this will only be performed only when the input here is not equal to A or B or C. So let us give an example, or let us run this program. So first it waits for, because of the scanf, it waits for a character to be entered. Let's say A. So since I have entered A, input was evaluated to be equal to A, so it displays apple. So banana and carrot will not be printed, and then the program terminates. So if you use B as an input, then it displays banana. So you have noticed that I'm using here %s. You can also use %c if you want, but in my case, I just fond of using as if I'm dealing with characters using this using this compiler. So what happens when you input a small letter A? So let us run the program. You have A, then it displays invalid input. It is because our condition here in your case is just you're going to print apple only when it is equal to a capital letter A. But if you want to add another case that says if it's capital or small letter A, it will still print apple. You can simply add another case here, which uses your small letter A. So this time you have two cases wherein either apple, capital letter A or small letter A, it will now print apple. Okay, so when you run the program, uses the small letter A, this time it prints apple instead of invalid input, because invalid input was supposed to be the default. So for small letter B, if you run the program with this code, you will have an invalid input when you are using small letter B, because the case for small letter B was not created yet. So here, you can also add B. So I am using a single quote to indicate that I am comparing the value here, input, to a character, because this one is a character data type, the variable input. So if you are dealing with numbers, so this one, if this one is an integer, then you will be using here %d, and you will be using here a number without the single quote. So just simply type case 1, case 2, case 3 if you're dealing with numbers. But since I am using a character, so I am using a single quote. So for one character. So for C, let's continue for the C. Single quote, C, small letter, and then colon. So you can actually create more cases here, just one line. So if you want your case apple will also print using, if the input is letter D, you can just create here. So case capital letter D and then colon. So it's always important to have the colon. So let's run again. So this time apple will be printed if the input is A is capital letter, small letter, and then capital letter D and small letter D. When you run, you use D, you can now print apple. I'm going to show you how the computer reads our program. So in Turbo C++, we are going to use trace into so that we will be able to understand how the computer actually reads our program. So in some compilers or IDEs, like your CodeCham, I mean, you won't be able to use this one because it doesn't have that feature. So let me just show you how the computer reads your program. So it starts with the main program, and then the first statement is to clear the screen. Then it prints enter a code, and then scan for a value. So once the value, and once this one is this statement is read, it will now wait for the computer. The computer will wait for an input before moving on to switch to the next statement, which is your case, your switch case. So waits for a code. Let us say C. Then I press enter. C was now entered, and it will now be the value of your input. Then it moves to your switch case. So once the switch case is uses the variable input, it will now be compared to each of the cases. So we can have it actually evaluated and found out that the input is equal to with these cases. So since these are the input is equal to one of these case, then it prints this statement. Or I mean, it performs this statement, and then it ends and then it moves. It follows the break and then immediately terminates your switch case. and then move to the next statement, which is sketch. So that's why we were able to see carrots. And then after pressing a key, it terminates our program. Thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe and like.